What would you say is the best way to build your brand, retain your clients, get repeat business and generate referrals all in one go? Well, in my opinion, it's sending through the mail a regular newsletter to existing clients. Often a carpet cleaner will spend 30, 40, 50 pounds or even more to buy a new customer. How so? Well, the cost of a new customer is the cost of an advert or flyer, for example, divided by the number of jobs that are done. So an ad that costs, say, here in the UK £100 but brings in 3 jobs, that's cost you around £33 for each new customer. And if the customer's happy, stopping there after the job is simply leaving money on the table. Or we could say you're not looking after your investment. After all, you have invested a large sum of money to acquire a new customer. The big profits come in the back end. But what about the cost of designing and sending a regular newsletter? Well, let's just examine that for a moment. Let's suppose that you send an A4 double-sided newsletter that you print yourself to your client base every month. Now, the cost per issue, including a live second-class stamp here in the UK, would be about 60p per customer or £7.20 per year. That is considerably less than the cost of acquisition. In fact, you could send a newsletter in this way every month for about 5 years to equal the cost of acquiring the customer in the first place. And what's more, even if your minimum charge was a modest, say, £72 or so, you could send a newsletter for nearly 10 years and still break even if they used you again after all that time. But imagine what would happen in the meantime. Your client base would have been reminded over 100 times about your service. No more would clients say, well, I need my carpets cleaning, but I just can't remember the name of the company I use. That's very common. And if your newsletter is interesting and of value to your customers, they may pass it along to friends or relatives. In fact, just seeing your newsletter can prompt visitors to the home to ask what it's all about, perhaps leading to a conversation about the need for them cleaning their carpets. And of course, your name will be on hand to pass on. A regular newsletter has the potential to affect how clients and prospects think about your business also. Very important. They can view you now as an expert. That is something very powerful. Newsletters also get in under the radar. They are not perceived as a sales pitch and can therefore be used to educate and inform about other services without the usual resistance to a sales message. And that's why I currently send a regular newsletter to around 750 or so of my clients at a cost of over £3,000 per year. It works.